Okay. And then hold on a second. I just have to get this up. All righty. Can you hear me okay? I always question, can you hear me? Right. Oh. Well, here we are in autumn. And the leaves are brilliant here. They're bright as they fall from the trees and land on the ground. And then we move to winter. Winter comes. I'm going to share a tiny poem from W.S. Merwin. Little breath, breathe me gently. Row me gently. For I am a river I am learning to cross. Little breath, breathe me gently. Row me gently. For I am a river I am learning to cross. Ever changing. The Pali word is anicca. And you think about it. Everything that we focus on in our meditation is shifting. Breathing, body sensations, sounds, heart, mind. And we are noticing. We are training to deliberately notice anicca. They say all castles are built on sand. And Buddha said, just as the footprint of the elephant in the jungle is the greatest of all the animals, so too is the insight into impermanence the greatest of all insights. And he said, better it is to live one day seeing the rise and fall of things than to live 100 years without ever seeing the rise and fall of things. When we start to get this clear understanding of impermanence clarifies what is important in our life, what is important in our relationships, what is important in our behavior, what are the important values and qualities we want to cultivate and nurture and keep around. And it helps us to let go of the less important things. They lose their relevance. You know, what kind of car, if you drive a car, or where you went to school, or how much money you make or don't make, or what you do for a living. Whew. Think about something that seemed so important a way back when, and now not so important. How does that feel? And when we let go of the things that are not so important, we can see that the important things are compassion and loving kindness and giving to others and taking care of others and being kinder to ourselves and to each other. On retreat with Bill and Susan, one of the first things Bill said, and we were, all in the room, ready to go. He's like, wait, where are we going to go? There's nowhere to go. Here we are, but there we are. He said, this is not a prelude. Because I think we can think about life like this. Not yet, not now. No, not now, later, not today, no, later, not now. As if we are avoiding the fact that there is no guarantee of later on. And we grasp and we can grip desperately to some illusion of permanence. And Thich Nhat Hanh reminds us we don't need to be so apprehensive about impermanence. He writes, in the heart of Buddha's teachings, understanding impermanence can give us confidence and peace and joy. Impermanence does not necessarily lead to suffering. Without impermanence, life cannot be. Without impermanence, your daughter could never grow up to be the beautiful young lady she is. Without impermanence, oppressive political regimes could never change. We think impermanence makes us suffer. What makes us suffer is wanting things to be permanent when they are not. And loss can absolutely bring us to our knees and break our hearts. This being human is vulnerable. And we are all in the flow of humanity. Surrendering to the fact that life is as it is offers serenity and peace and equanimity. 3 lines from a poem I read last week is, peace is this moment without judgment, by Dorothy Hunt. And she asks, do you think peace will come some other place than here? Some other heart than yours? Some other time than right now? And the invitation or the reflection is, what if this here, now, as it is enough? How would that change the way your breath flows right now? What happens to your shoulders when you open to life as it is right now? I'm going to share a meditation I heard when I was listening to Tara Brach give a talk on equanimity. It's called duck meditation. In the waves. Now, we are ready to look at something pretty special. It is a duck riding out in the ocean 100 feet beyond the surf as it cuddles in the swells. There is a big heaving in the Atlantic, and he's a part of it. He can rest while the Atlantic heaves because he rests in the Atlantic. He probably doesn't know how big the Atlantic is, and neither do you. But he realizes it somewhere. And what does he do? He sits down in it. Duck meditation. He reposes in the immediate as if it were infinite, which it is. We can't stop the waves, but we can learn to surf them. And we remember that we are part of something far larger, like the Atlantic. And when the waves are intense, we want to practice the high art of self-soothing and send messages of loving kindness and compassion. And we know that this too will not always be so. And every time we come back to our practice, we begin again to attend to our breath, our bodies, hearts, and minds, all of which need something different at any given moment. Every time we do this, we are strengthening the muscle of equanimity. And we are seeing what is needed to help us stabilize and calm. So the meditative moves in the practice today, or a serving suggestion: letting go, letting be, and being with. Thank you for listening. And now we get to practice. So please take a few moments to open the body. I'm just going to get my screen down here. Oh, let your body tell you what it needs. Where you might need a little more stretch, or maybe you've got some wild energy in there, you need to shake it loose a little bit. Maybe a little sway, a little shoulder roll. Maybe the neck is tight. We carry so much up here in our shoulders. And in your own good time, coming into a posture that is comfortable. Comfortable, taking a comfortable seat. And eyes closed or open. If open, a soft downward gaze. And just inviting some settling. And that cannot be rushed. That takes time. Maybe a few sighs, if that helps to let go of any tension. And if helpful, some deeper, slower breaths. Can you feel the flow of this breath as it enters and fills up the entire interior of the body? And then leaves and returns. Can you feel breath breathing? And can you feel the way you're seated on your chair or sofa, cushion? Can you feel the weight of your body supported? Can you feel the contact of the body on the chair or the ground beneath you? The natural stabilizer, the natural stability of Mother Earth, inviting you to recognize your own ability to stabilize. Simply breathing, full body breathing. Can you feel the flow of sensations in the body? And the flow of air on the skin. And inviting the busy mind to settle, to drop into the stream of body and breath. And attuning the heart to the posture of care and kindness, as if a dear one is here with you right now, with you. Caring deeply about your well-being. And if the mind is distracted or drifting, worrying, planning, as our minds do, it's the perfect moment to allow the breath, the flow of the breath, to bring you back to this moment, here, as if this moment is enough. Softening and allowing, settling back and letting be. Thank you for your practice. Thank you for your presence. Thank you for being here. Oh, okay. Oh, a second. Lori, can you help me? Hold on.